Alright, so there's a couple of things that I would really like to, I would hope that I could explain to some people. This is just cat hair. I got all over me. I can't fucking help it. I got 3 boys. Shit happens. I'm sick as shit. I'm not trying to look good for any of y'all. You understand that? None of y'all. But you got Trump, Kamala Harris, supposedly Biden's supposed to be coming back into the mix, which that would just be fucking stupid, because only one of them's gonna win the DNC, which means that Joe's fucked. Like, nobody wants him. God, my nose is fucked. Nobody wants Joe to be a part of that. Everybody thinks he's just a doddering old man, which he is. He is a doddering old man. He can't even function on a normal day-to-day level. Like, he is an absolute dope at this point. Have you ever seen a woman talk? If a woman ever talked to me like, oh, you did such a good job, Joe. You answered all the questions, and you did such a good job. Such a good job. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to put a sticker on the fridge just for you, Joe. Like, what the fuck is that? That's the most patronizing shit I've ever seen. However, as a Donald Trump voter and a Trump supporter, it's day and night between Joe and Kamala and Trump. Trump is going to make sure that we deal with the shit that needs to be dealt with. That is a fact. We have a lot better of a chance of not being in a crazy fucking war with a bunch of assholes we don't even like or give a shit about anyways, because we're Americans. And then they said if Trump wins, I read this somewhere, if Trump wins, there's going to be a civil war, and Biden says if Trump wins, there will not be a peaceful transition of power. That is pretty fucking crazy to even say out loud. I mean, Trump never said to anybody, like, all right, Joe, you can't come into the White House. Fucking Trump gave it up the first time. Why do you think he wouldn't give it up the second time? Or it wouldn't be peaceful back and forth. That's the way this country runs. But for the most part, people need to realize that in this type of situation, certain things need to be the way it is, just like the peaceful transition of power. And, you know, with time and the recognition of time, and to be unburdened by the past but be certain for the future, evidently, is the greatest thing. So it's just a ridiculous fucking set of circumstances we're working underneath right now. And as far as I can see, like, Trump should win by a landslide. And I pray that's the case, because we need like a businessman who can take care of some shit in the Oval Office and go over to no foreign leader respects her. None of that. None of them do. Not one. You think she's gonna go over and make a deal with Putin or Kim Jong-un, whatever the fuck his name is, Xi Jinping, Modi, Netanyahu? Like, just think to yourself, do you think she's respectable? No. She's not on the world stage. It's a joke. And that's why Iran, or whatever they said, supposedly, is trying to hack our election system. If they're trying to hack it for any reason, it's to make sure Donald Trump doesn't get in, because Kamala is just a puppet and she's easily bought and sold. She's a hooker. And a cackling jackal of a hooker. And you really can't argue with that fact. Like, what has she done except for destroy? I got a gray hair. Ugh. All she's done is destroy, destroy, destroy. She's done nothing to make the country better. She's like, well, I'll do this, and I'll do that, and I'll do this. It's like, well, where the fuck were you when you let in all these immigrants, and now you're trying to let them vote? You're like, well, every person's voice counts. Not when they're not fucking U.S. citizens. It's like, why don't we have some guy from fucking Uganda send over a bunch of absentee ballots. I'm sure you can find some people in Nigeria, Uganda, even Paraguay, Uruguay. Just pick some names out of a fucking hat, throw them in there, and then set up a huge line saying, you want there to be no more ICE, no more La Migra? Okay. Then vote for me, because I'll shut down La Migra. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm just so sick of people these days, man. Like, my mother has earned her way to a comfortable situation. She's been a single mother my whole life, and I'm in my 40s. At the same time, it's like, this bitch can't get her shit together for like 5 minutes. My mother's a regular woman who could do her job and just be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And just tell me what I gotta do and I'll do it. And she'd be more successful at it than this retard. The only problem is that she has people, Kamala. Well, I'd say my mother would have had people being like, that's not the way that we should do this. We should do it a different way. We need as many more voters in this country as we can possibly get. And as long as we get the fucking 2.5 million fucking immigrant votes, and stop calling them fucking immigrants. They're illegal aliens. Illegal aliens. Yeah, I see this shit. I don't care. I'm fucking dying anyways. What are you gonna do? Shit on me for it? Anyway. I'm sorry, that must have came from somewhere deep down inside me where I'm insecure about this shit, but fuck me, I don't care. You can call me out all day, it's fine. However, Kamala has put more people in jail for small amounts of marijuana, which is not even a word to me. It's for weed, cannabis. And at first, she was proud of what she did. She was a douchebag's douchebag. And now she wants to walk all that back and try to change her policy on the border, try to change her policy on this and that, fuck the other thing. All she's doing is trying to steal Trump's playbook. That's like if you were playing against a team and having all their shit given to you by people who don't matter. She wasn't voted in. She was given this job. I'm sorry, I have a Boston accent. I sound really fucked, but bear with me. She was given this position to run for president now. Now, if Joe came back and they had a thing between the two of them, like debate that was on like anyway, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, CBS, fucking CNN, any of them things. And they'd be like, well, they both did a great job. But no, that's not the way it would really go in reaction. They'd be like, oh, Kamala did so good and Joe just showed his age. It's like, okay, well, what the fuck has Kamala done? honestly, think about this. What the fuck has she done as vice president? I think it was either Andrew Jackson or one of the few, either between him and Washington or between him and Lincoln, that said, vice president, yeah, great, I'm a vice president. And like, you're the vice president. He's like, yeah, it's not worth a bucket full of spit. that was back then. And it ain't gotten any better now. So just think to yourself, do I want to vote for the guy who has proven he can keep us out of wars? A guy who proved he could keep us from destroying our country from the inside out, and the first person who struck up the Abraham Accords to try to make peace in the Middle East. Like, these, Christ, it's like, I feel like you people don't fucking get it. All you do is you go off feelings. It's like, well, I feel like. No, fuck your feelings, all right? Fuck your feelings. Like, there's people out here like me, my friend Sean, my mother. My mother makes like almost 80 grand a year. She's still fucking struggling. And Kamala, I don't care what anyone says, she ain't black. They always say Jamaican, but they don't say black, because her family owns something either like a sugar plantation, or I'm pretty sure it was a sugar plantation or cotton plantation. I'm not sure, but her parents were from, because I just talked to the Indian guy at my store, who I'm really good friends with. He was telling me that the Brahmin class and warrior class people are above like the regular people in India. Like, they're much better than them. So they were able to come out when England owned Jamaica. They sent them over here. By over here, I mean this side of the fucking what the fuck do they call that? The longitudinal line. I don't know. It's runs through England and all that shit. Anyways, she's from the Caribbean. I mean, he's from the Caribbean, but he's originally from India. He was a passing for black Indian who owned. He didn't himself own slaves, but their family got rich off of slavery. That's a fact. And on top of that, you notice she never mentions her parents. Her father won't even talk to her because he's so disgusted about the weed thing. And he thinks it's beneath him to be like the blacks that he owned. And the fact that she wants to try to pretend she's black drives her father fucking insane. Go look up any video that involves her and her father's relationship, or her and her family dynamic. Look it up. Because it seems like out of 3 sisters by the same man, they're all Indian. She's the only black one. How the fuck did that happen? She doesn't look that black to me. I'm thinking if she was that black, Willie Brown and Montel Williams wouldn't have taken that much of an interest. And the time she spent putting black people away for this much weed is fucking redundant and fucking ignorant. She thinks everybody's gonna forget about the shit she's done in the past. People need to look into her. But nowadays, everybody's just like, well, she's black. I need to vote for her because she's a black woman. It's like, okay, she's a black woman, but is that the black woman you want to represent you in the coming future? Granted, I voted for Obama because he spoke well, okay? I will never do that shit again because he didn't do shit for his people. He didn't do shit for my people. And he's like a Heinz 57. He's like fucking 19, well, he's like 57 different fucking things. He's barely black. It's this whole climate of like you're racist, excuse me, you're racist. It's like, am I, or are you the fucking racist? Like, I didn't bring up race. Nobody brings up race except for, it seems like more and more and more often than that, it's not white people that are keeping like race hate alive. It seems like it's more blacks trying to, and I'm not saying, listen, I got black friends, but I'm saying I don't think that it is a tenth of what, excuse me, I apologize. I have weak lungs. I'm getting old. I'm sick. But I need it. But wow, that one really got away from me. And, whatever. I can't remember what the fuck I was just saying, because this isn't the first one I've been puffing on tonight. And I'm also trying to jumpstart that fucking liver failure. But at any rate, Kamala Harris has done nothing to deserve the position she's been in. She has no policy intuity. She doesn't know what foreign policy is, which is even a much larger thing. And in every other country on this planet, no one respects a female leader, because no matter what happens, especially in times like these, you think Putin's gonna just be like, oh yeah, let me have a sit down with you so I can hear you piss and moan about what you want to fucking, in your feelings. You think he's gonna give a shit? No, he's gonna be like, fuck her, go fuck herself. Or what about Kim Jong Schlong there with whatever, fucking Rocket Man, little midget with the fucking midget weeble with the fucking button that he can push for nuclear bombs. He ain't gonna respect her. He's gonna be like, I can do whatever I want to your country right now, and you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna fucking spend too long debating on what you should do because of feelings and worrying about the things that might happen. Or a man will be like, I know it's gonna happen, we're gonna plan for that, and we're gonna fucking deal with it. So please, everybody, like, have a monicum of fucking self-respect and understand that in the future, much further down the road, we can have a fucking Cape Verdean, half black, half fucking Sicilian or Portuguese or Spanish woman in the White House who's fucking intelligent and bright and everything you want, and a good fucking leader because she's been through all the bullshit first. But that ain't the way it is right now. The only chick we even have like that, unfortunately, is Tulsi Gabbard. And I'm not a Democrat, but I like the shit that comes out of her mouth. We don't need to be pissing your Social Security or your savings down the drain to pay Skunk Works or Lockheed Martin or Raytheon or any of those places. Especially we need Skunk Works. They do the shit that, they create some shit that blow your fucking mind. However, with this country in this shape at this time is not ready for a female to be president. We'll be in World War fucking 3. They'll destroy us, because you know what? If we got into a world war, I know me and a bunch of other people, like millions, would be pissed and just be like, all right, you know what? We're shutting this shit down. And even cops, you think cops are just gonna fucking run around taking people's guns or trying to confiscate shit? Only the scumbag ones, because you know what? Eventually, everybody finds out who somebody is. So, think smarter. Think for your community. Think for your kids. It's like they said. First they came for the gypsies, and I wasn't a gypsy. Then they came for the Jews, and I wasn't a Jew. Then they came for the shoemakers, and I wasn't a shoemaker. Then they came for the, what was it? Then they came for the oh my god, I can't believe this is how fucked I am all the time now. I'm telling you, being sick sucks. Like, my brain. And then they came for the carpenters, and I wasn't a carpenter. And then they came for the bricklayers, and I was a bricklayer. So I had to go. And eventually, everybody will have a time where they're like, shit, I'm a bricklayer. I guess they're coming for me next. I truly wish that people can understand the type of shit I'm talking about. Well, I'm not saying you don't understand. I'm just saying, most people don't want to think about it mentally and deal with it. But you have to, because at some point, it's going to be right here. And then it's too late. So, just all I ask is that people try at least to use your vote wisely. Like, I still hope that this country is a republic, and a democratic republic at that. Not a democracy. We are not a democracy. Fucking, I pledge allegiance to the flag, to the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are a republic. Well, I'm probably boring you to fucking death right now. Because tonight wasn't meant to be anything interesting. I just wanted to, I'm very sick. I can't leave my house very often. Not for more than like a few little, like, like an hour maybe. So I watch fucking YouTube all day. And I watch both sides. Like, I watch the CNN shit. I watch the fucking MSNBC shit, the NBC shit, the ABC shit. And I also do independent looking up on my phone. Because there's one thing that I fucking hate, and it's being wrong. And I'm not wrong about this. We need Trump. We need Trump. If we would have had him for 8 years instead of the fucking, like, 4 and 4, instead of the fucking 4 fucked up 4. Imagine how great things would be right now. But then, who knows who comes in the next few months? Some fucking asshole who's a Democrat, because people fucking forget. Do black people not put, like, a thing, like, they never, well, actually, lately they've been saying, like, oh, we're all the Black Lives Matter, and fucking the George Floyd thing, and this other fucking thing, and this, that, the other chick who got shot because her fucking boyfriend came to her with the fucking AK, and she was running down the stairs, or whatever the fuck happened. or whatever the fuck happened, doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. Oh my god, we're going to hell in a handbasket. That's really all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. But as far as all them people getting shot and these riots and peaceful protests, and it's just ridiculous to me. Like, look at, and they don't even realize, the sad part is, they don't know they're being manipulated. They have no idea they're being manipulated, but they are. No idea. They're like, oh, this is what's happening. It's like, how do you know? Fucking Fox told me. Or, well, actually, I like Fox. I got nothing to say about that, but, like, ABC, NBC, fucking, like, the fucking list I went through earlier. It's like all those people are saying this. It's like, it's not, it's just fucking retarded. It's fucking retarded, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all the fake storylines and how everybody uses the same words, like Project Mockingbird. Like, that was weird. They're just straight weird. They're kind of weird. And it's weird. It's like the conservatives, it is weird. The conservatives are weird. What about the guy with his balls hanging out at the fucking Olympics? Think about that shit. That was pretty fucked. And while they're doing the Last Supper, like, I am thoroughly Catholic. Like, that pissed me off. Especially with fucking the guy who looks like, I know he isn't Pan. I can't think of the name right now, but the guy who was all blue and shit. This country and this planet is gonna be rubble soon. Because if that woman wins, we will... we will be fucked. We will be absolutely fucked. At any rate, have a good night, everybody. Or anybody. Or nobody. That's fine, too. Have a good night. And I wish you all the best.